And now, questions. I know you have many questions about false lashes, so I want to hear them. Well, the question is, how can mascara make the eyes look more open? It's simple. You know, when you curl the lashes are going up. That is already opening the eyes. But let's face it, many of us don't have those beautiful, thick, dark lashes. So the best way to do it is by applying not only 1 or 2, but it could be 3 or 4 coats of mascara. You know, because that is what keeps the eyelashes curled and makes them more noticeable. So this is what does the effect of really opening the eye. Absolutely. So the question is, if you could clump the lashes and stick them together and kind of like ruin the whole effect if you apply the mascara incorrectly? Absolutely. Absolutely. Mascara is one of those elements that requires patience, right? Remember what I told you, never to take it directly from, never use the actual applicator that comes in the tube, but use a separate spoolie. So you go with your spoolie, you get your mascara, you take it out. At the same time, don't pump it, because when you pump air inside of the mascara tube, that will dry your mascara faster. But anyway, so you take your mascara, and then you have enough in that spoolie to go through both eyes. Remember what I told you? First from the bottom, and then the top, right? And I remember I even told you how the model is supposed to be looking, down. And over here you can just pull, and then the lashes are all yours. Why am I giving you all these explanations again? Just so you keep in mind how to apply it. Because if you do it incorrectly, or if you apply too much, then the hairs, instead of being sticking out, you know, independently, they clump together, and that looks awful. It looks like spider legs in there, you know, so you want to avoid that. By the same token, if you want to avoid that, jiggle the spoolie. So instead of just going up, just jiggle it a little bit as you go up, okay? And second advice to avoid the clumping, remember, let the first coat dry before you apply the next one, and that way it's not going to clump. Why is it important to start with clean lashes? Well, because if the person already has residue of mascara, that residue is going to get in your way when you're trying to apply the lashes. But it's just that I'm going to be talking about eyelashes too, I'm sure, so I got confused. No, when you apply the mascara. But listen, the most important thing about starting with clean lashes is because you can never, ever curl lashes that have mascara or residue of mascara. Why? Because that might make the eyelash curler get stuck. And I saw it with my own eyes. One day a makeup artist did that. The person had mascara, the makeup artist came with the curler got stuck because of the mascara, made it get stuck, and when it snapped, it pulled all of the lashes from the model, all of them. She was left with no lashes. So that's why it's extremely important that the lashes are always clean, and the eyelash curler too. How do you prep and prime the lashes before applying mascara? Well, preparing them is just number one, analyzing, looking at the natural lashes of the person, seeing if they are curly or they are going down, right? Making sure that they are clean. And actually, priming them just means curling them, so they will flicker, you know, in the direction that you want. So that's when you come with a clean, I repeat, eyelash curler. And when I say clean, please look at it, and particularly the part that goes like this. the part that grabs the lashes in between usually has like a cushion, like a plastic cushion. Make sure that one is clean. And that is how you prime the lashes. I am so glad that you asked me this question. Why is it important to never double dip the mascara wand or spoolie? Double dipping means, so I take my mascara, I go and apply it in a customer, and then I bring this spoolie and put it back in there, right? That is double dipping. What I am doing is, I am quite possibly infecting my mascara. There are certain diseases that are not apparent and you cannot tell that they are going to show because they are just gestating, right? One of them is pink eye. So if the person already has pink eye, but not at the moment where it starts showing, and there I go with my spoolie, very next to her eye, right? I'm going to be dragging that infection into my mascara, the actual product, and the infection is going to grow in there. So then I'm going to go with the next model and I'm going to infect that model because infection is in my mascara. See what I'm saying? So that's why it's important to take one spoolie, you dip it, you take it out, you're never going to dip it again. You use it and unfortunately you throw it away. And I say unfortunately because that creates a lot of garbage eventually. But anyway, and then you use a new one for the next. I love that question. If you should follow the same technique, application technique for the bottom lashes, not really. The bottom lashes are a little bit more tricky because they are shorter and closer to the skin. So yes, of course, you still use a spoolie, a throwaway spoolie. You don't double dip, same thing, but the only difference is sometimes if the lashes are too small, the spoolie might be too big. So there are these little they're like these fan brushes, little ones, from which you can have the spoolie, then come with the fan brush, get the material, get the product, and then you apply it on the lashes like that. But if you don't have a fan, what you can do is you can apply a Kleenex underneath the lashes and then you come with the spoolie. What I don't want is for you to come with the spoolie, and the mascara and just get it all over the under eye because then that's gonna take time for you to clean it. Ooh, false lashes. I'm glad you're asking about that. So the question is, what effect, how do false lashes make the eyes look? Well, I can tell you that the true magic happens when you apply false lashes. That's what truly opens the eyes. It makes them look dreamy, romantic, wider, bigger, more open, more feminine, and I could continue saying on and on. The one thing I will give you as an advice is check the lashes that you're going to use. See them first, Something that is way too long might look a little bit too dramatic and therefore fake. Some people might go for that, some people might not. So even though eyelashes are magic, pure magic, be careful which ones you use. Another great question. When do you apply the lashes? After you almost finish with the eye, meaning you already apply the eyeshadows, you already apply the liner. Is that when you do the lashes? Or should you apply the lashes, false lashes first and then do the rest? What do you think? Of course, it's important to always do the eyeshadows and the liner before. Why? Because otherwise the lashes are going to be on our way, And then you're going to have to be kind of like pulling them down so you can continue applying. That's one problem. The second problem is that you might end up having some fallout, which I hope that you don't, because I made sure to explain to you very well how to deposit, the eyeshadow on the eye to avoid fallout. And so you shouldn't. But in case that you do, you don't want any of that fallout of the shadow falling on the lashes, because then you have a problem. The lashes are going to look dirty. And also, it is important to apply the false lashes on top of the eye when it's already lined. Why? Because do you remember I told you that when we apply the lashes, it is important to go by the lash line, on top of the lash line, all the way, but the last third, we're going to separate it a little bit, just so the eye looks up, that wings the eye beautifully. If you glue it and continue the lash line, then the curve is going to be here and it's going to look funny. Anyway, so that's why it's important to have the liner already there so you don't see the skin. No, you never apply the glue directly on the false lashes. I mean, yes, the glue, but not from the glue container. I've seen people squirting it out as they hold the lash, and then a big drop falls in the hair or on the hair, right? That is impossible to fix, because when that glue dries between the hairs, it's going to look like plastic and it will show. I guarantee that to you. So remember the way I showed you. You apply the glue on your palette and you take it from there with the back of a brush or a stick or something. And once you have it on that stick, then you apply it to the lash. No. I'm glad you're asking this. The question was, if you apply the lash, the false lash, when the glue is just applied, when you just applied it and it's fresh. No, don't do that, because eyelash glue glues better, or sticks better, when it's a little bit sticky, tacky. When it's too fresh, the sides of the eyelash might bounce back and it might move. So the best thing you can do is allow it to dry. I'm going like that, imagining that you have a lash. So allow it to dry a little, so it doesn't look too fresh, and then it's when you apply it. That will allow you to position it and move it a little bit without it just falling, because it's so fresh that it's not sticking to anything.